Tonight, state officials are continuing their investigation into state workers who apparently ripped off federal aid after Tropical Storm Irene hit Connecticut.
Today, a hearing was held at Connecticut Valley Hospital to figure out if one of those workers should be fired. News 8's Bob Wilson live on the scene in Middletown where that hearing was held. Bob?
Well, it turns out that the workers have turned the table on the state, at least right now. Workers were called right up here to their hearing. Here's video of Lisa Prout. She's a mental health worker that was one of the first people to go through the hearing. She came down with her lawyer after being told nothing. The investigation is just going to continue. She thought they might try to fire her, but she says she presented enough evidence to show that the workers taking in the form changed her form so that she could get the aid. She didn't lie about it. Her attorney stepped forward, and he said tonight he represents a lot of workers, a lot of state workers who are under the same boat. They did not commit fraud. It was the system that the governor put in place that is causing the problems.
We now have evidence to show that his workers were in fact ill-prepared. It's in the paper, and now he has to slow this investigation down and look internally about how this was administered before he puts other families, including single working mothers, before the gauntlet and having to answer for things they didn't do. It's shameful, and it needs to stop.
They were pretty upset about it tonight, and one of the things that the attorney said is they're looking at 44 state workers. What about the thousands of people that showed up for this aid from the general public that didn't really have to present much evidence at all? There were a lot of people from Hartford who may not have lost power at all. He says the governor needs to broaden this investigation and to look at some of the state workers. If there was fraud, if they did put down a deceased relative, that is fraud. He said his clients were merely a victim of the system. Tonight, the investigation continues. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live here in Middletown, News 8.